Adobe Illustrator is a program of drawing picture, illustrations, making logos and designs. Just as the scope of making design with Adobe Photoshop is limited, so is the scope of doing editing work in Adobe Illustrator. The main job of Illustrator is drawing. Now, the artists of our country no longer use paint and brush for cover designing of books. They design covers by using Adobe Illustrator. Invitation cards, advertisements, posters, banners, billboards, etc. cannot be made without the Illustrator. There are plenty of programs in a computer for making designs, but the Illustrator is popular for its facilities and varieties. That is why Illustrator is used throughout the world. Apart from writing in the Illustrator program by using a keyboard, writing is possible as an artist does by using brush. The font size and shape can be changed as required. Assalamu alaikum student of class 10. I am Khurshid Al Murani and I am here to show how to use the different tools of Adobe Illustrator. So let's get started. A menu will be viewed when you click on the start button at the left end of the screen with the mouse pointer, and you will get a flyout menu placing the mouse pointer on all programs on this menu. By clicking Adobe Master Collections, in this menu you will get another flyout menu and you will get a list of program of Adobe in this menu. Click on Adobe Illustrator from the list, the program will open. Now, how to open file in Illustrator? Select the new command from the file menu or click Ctrl N and a new dialog box will be open. Type a name in the name dialog box. Suppose name is square. Any name can be used instead of this one. A name which is easy to remember or compatible with the subject can be given. Finding out the file will be easier later on. A detailed drop-down list will be viewed by clicking the drop-down arrow on the size box. Different sizes of paper will be viewed there. The size of paper which is required should be selected by name, and the height and width of the paper will be seen in the box. Suppose I select A4. The height and width are showing here. Now, units. The unit of measurement are found in the unit box. The users of our country are familiar with the measurement of inches, but point, picas, millimeter, centimeter, pixels, etc. can be used to work more precisely. Picture of two people are viewed on the right of orientation. If we click first one, the position of paper will be portrait, and if we click second, it will be the landscape position. Two options are shown as RGB and CMYK in color mode. CMYK is suitable for printing work, but RGB mode is better for the electronic medium. However, on the computer screen, the difference of these modes are not precisely distinguished. Fixing the measurement, press OK in the dialog box and it will be disappeared. New vacant files will be found on the screen after creating a new file. Numerous objects like menu bar, toolbox, and floating palette, scroll bar, etc. will be viewed for starting work. After opening the Illustrator program, on the left end above the screen, the other information of the document with the name of the application on the title bar may be viewed. For example, Adobe Illustrator and Square at the rate of 80% CMYK / preview. Here Adobe Illustrator is the name of the application, Square is the name of file if this name was given during its creation, and at the rate of 70 CMYK preview is the size of visible area and presentation of color mode. The entire part stretching to the right is the title bar. If any name is not given during opening a file, it can be given after completing and saving the work too. Different kinds of tools and options for designing and drawing are arranged in the toolbox and palette. Designing and drawing can be done by using these tools. Name of the necessary tools should be known before starting work. Ellipse, polygon, star, and spiral tools stay on the linear position in the toolbox. These are called group tool. A right angle triangle is attached with these tools. If a triangle sign is attached with the tool, it means that more tools are kept in the same position. If you click visible tool in the box and continue pressing the mouse, all the tools will be viewed together. Drag the mouse pointer on the required tool and click, and the tool will be visible on toolbox. There are some icons in the swatch below the tools in the toolbox. Imposing color of an object or on the edge of an object or cancelling a command can be done with these icons. Create an object to understand the use of the icons. To make an object like this, click the rectangle tools with the mouse pointer, and the tool will be selected, bringing the mouse pointer inside the screen, and after clicking elsewhere, drag diagonally right below for an inch and release finger pressure from the mouse. A rectangle or square object will be created. The object will be selected and filled with color. 4 small solid boxes will be viewed on the 4 corners. If the object becomes free from selection, click Direct Selection tool in the toolbox with the mouse pointer, and the Direct Selection tool will be selected. Now bringing the mouse pointer inside the screen, click the object with Direct Selection tool and the object will be selected. In this situation, again click the Selection tool The 4 solid boxes can be viewed on the arm along with the 4 solid boxes on the corners. The edge or border of an object is called stroke, and the internal part is called fill. The use of the fill and stroke swatch is related to the color palette. If the color palette is not viewed on the screen, either give color command from window menu or press the F6 button and the color palette will be visible. Here color is activated. If not activate, then click it and activate it, or either press F6 to activate color palette. Now click the fill swatch and it will be activated and viewed above. Thus only the work of the filling can be done. Only an object can be filled, not the stroke. Similarly, clicking the stroke swatch, activate it and stay over the fill swatch. Thus color can be imposed on the stroke of object. It will be impossible to fill object with color from here. When the fill swatch is active, click on the color of color spectrum bar of color palette. The inside the selected part will be filled with that color. Similarly, when the stroke swatch is active and the color that will be clicked on color spectrum bar, the stroke of the object will be filled with that color. The color inside the object will remain unchanged. Stroke can be thick for a clear view. For having this effect, select the stroke command from the window menu. And stroke palette will be viewed on the screen. Select at least 10 from the weight drop down menu in the stroke palette. In this stage, if color is imposed or changed, it will be clearly viewed. Color, gradient and none are three icons respectively below the fill and stroke swatch. Clicking color and gradient icon respectively activate the color and gradient palette. Click the none icon and the fill of the selected object or the color of stroke can be inactive or cancelled. If an object is filled with color or gradient, the color will be viewed. If the object is selected, color will be changed as well. Many minute jobs are done to create object. Doing these minute jobs may be troublesome in the usual size of object. If a specific part of an object is enlarged, it facilitates the task. Viewing a page in an increased size while working in Illustrator is called zoom in, and decreased size is zoom out. Object will also be viewed either big or small with increasing or decreasing size. To view an object big or small, the visible size of page will be made big or small by using zoom tool. To get the job done, the zoom tool will be selected if it is clicked in the zoom tool box. After selecting the zoom tool, if the mouse pointer is brought on the screen, it will look like a flint glass and a plus sign will be visible in the glass. The size of the screen will be bigger when clicked with the zoom tool on screen. With this increasing size of the screen, the object will remain on the screen enlarged. If it becomes enormously enlarged, some object will not be viewed on the screen. Clicking on the screen and dragging with the hand tool, that part can be brought on the screen. Press the Alt button while the zoom tool is active, and the zoom tool will be transformed into zoom out tool. Keep pressing the Alt button and continue clicking the zoom out tool. The size will be screen. Again, press Ctrl and equal button and Ctrl minus button to complete the work of zoom in and zoom out. Okay student, that's all for today. In next class I will discuss about the another tools of the Adobe Illustrator. Till then, goodbye and thank you for the watching the video.